Take a look at these faces. What do they represent? You can shout it out. Rich, famous, success. But what is success and why do I ask? I'm on a mission to define how different people view success. Because through my journey, I've chased success through external validation. For years, I've been competing in beauty pageants, hosting on television, working for the United Nations, and receiving a master's from one of the world's top universities. But despite all these achievements, something was missing. I remember as I stood on that stage, the spotlight on me, like right now, the audience cheered as I was crowned Miss Chinese Vancouver. I should have felt proud, accomplished, but instead, I felt empty. And that's when I started to realize that maybe success isn't about what looks good on paper. You see, I'm Colombian Chinese and grew up with many definitions of success. As a child of divorced parents, I grew up between two worlds, two cultures, and two definitions of success. That's me as a baby. My dad's definition, as a holistic doctor in Colombia, he starts his day off with mountain mist and meditation before heading off to his clinic. His definition of success, poder poner mis dones al servicio del mundo mientras disfruto de felicidad, salud, familia, amigos, y prosperidad. To be able to put my gifts to the service of the world while enjoying happiness, health, family, friends, and prosperity. On the other hand, my mother, as a makeup artist in Vancouver, dances her life through glamour, enjoying hot pot, dim sum, and high tea with friends, sometimes on a friend's yacht. Her definition of success, 孩子们的幸福和成功就是我心中最真实的成功感. The happiness and success of my children are the real definitions of success in my heart. Now, between such different worlds, I had no idea how to view success. And as I look back in my life, I've had different views of success at different ages. I'm sure you too have had different views of success at different times. Let's take a look at mine. At age 5, I viewed success as having all the Barbies in the world. I was obsessed with the princess Barbies, and especially the mermaid one. At age 10, I viewed success as having lots of friends. That's some of my friends, my sister, and I before a Chinese dance performance at school. And at age 20, I viewed success as the spotlight, being famous. When I turned 30, though, I started to realize that there was a misalignment between my previous definitions of success. And I started to get curious about what it meant for me. But why do I care so much about the definition of success, and why should you? Because success is something that guides how we make meaning out of our lives and how we make decisions. So I got really curious. What are the definitions of success out there? Like many of you probably, I turned to the internet. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of success there is a favorable or desired outcome. ChatGPT states that at its core, success is about achieving what you set out to do, whether it's big or small. Warren Buffett's definition, if you get to be 65 years or 70 years or later, and the people you want to love you actually love you, you're a success. And as for Michelle Obama, her definition of success, the sense of fulfillment and purpose one derives from their life's work. Whew, that's a lot of pressure. I was beginning to grasp that there are many definitions of success, and I wanted to find my own. The best starting point I could find, as a master's student graduate placing an importance on education, I turned to academia. And here's what I found. Traces of answers can be found in early human history. According to ethologist and researcher Richard Dawkins, survival was a primary measure of success. Dawkins explains that finding food, securing shelter, and protecting oneself from predators was the definition of success. But as societies evolved and our human lives became more complex, the definition of success also expanded. Now it's not just about meeting our basic needs, but also about things above that, such as career achievements, social achievements, and individual growth. According to Professor of Public Policy and Political Science, Robert Axelrod, our brains have developed to view and value success not only in terms of basic needs, but also in things like social achievements and individual growth. So, success is now survival, career achievement, personal fulfillment, and social status. I was definitely getting closer, but I wasn't right where I wanted to be yet. You see, as a former journalist, my curiosity drove me to keep digging, because I believe in getting the answers directly from the ground, from the people around me. So I set out to ask 100 people what is their definition of success. I received answers from 110 people in 32 countries. Here are the results. When people are asked what are the 3 factors that define success for them, in first place at 66.4%, happiness and fulfillment, highlighting that emotional wellness is one of the most important things when it comes to success for us. In second place at 46.4%, living with purpose and passion, showing us that meaning in life is important for our definition of success. And in third place at 38.2%, strong relationships with friends and family. So it turns out that for most of us, success is not about career achievements or financial status. It's about happiness, fulfillment, and the people we care about. I was starting to find out that there were many definitions of success, and I kept going with this survey. I asked them, in one sentence, what is your definition of success? In 110 answers, here are some examples. Let's take a look. Success is overcoming challenges. Success is living in my most authentic self. And my favorite one, to take lavish vacations and experience new moments of happiness with those I love. I mean, who wouldn't like that? So there are definitely many definitions of success, and none of these were the same word for word. But here's the catch. In this quest for finding out success, I thought that the answers could be found outside of me, somewhere out there, from my parents, from AI, from the dictionary, from the people I deem successful, from famous people, from the people around me. And on this quest, I had forgotten about myself. In the 30 years of my life, I browsed, I've observed, and gotten curious about how different people define success. I've wanted to be just like Shakira since the age of 7. I've always wanted a good job from my parents. And I've also acted. I've gone out there and tried new things because every new experience taught me more about who I am, my values, and what success means to me. From one extreme of hosting global film festivals and walking the red carpet to packing a backpack and moving to a small fishing village in Morocco called Tagazout to teach yoga for a living, thinking it would be my new way of life. Those clearly weren't it. From there, I've also realized that it's a personal journey that I needed to reflect on. So here's a question you can ask yourself to find out what success means for you. Imagine you're 80 years old, sitting peacefully in a park bench. It's spring, the air is warm, soft sunlight trickling through the trees, birds chirp in the distance. A cheerful 8-year-old girl comes up to you and says, "Today I had a spelling bee at school and I had to spell the word success. What does that mean?" What would you answer? The good news, you don't have to wait until you're 80. You can start today by asking yourself that powerful question about what success means to you. And I dare you to be honest. Don't lie to yourself because you'll end up chasing things that don't align with who you really are, like winning pageants. So I leave you with this. Now at age 30, I view success as being healthy, being able to practice yoga and dance, doing work I'm passionate about that fulfills me inside. I love helping my clients become better communicators, and having strong relationships with the people I love, whether that's having bubble tea as quality time with my sister in Vancouver, or trying not to hold grudges with my husband. And lastly, trying my best to be kind, because it doesn't cost a thing to smile and to be helpful. Success is like a coconut. It's hard on the outside, the expectations, the titles, the first thing you see. But crack it open, and that's where you find the thing that actually nourishes us. Depth, connection, meaning. Things that can't be bought or won. Success is not fixed. It's fluid, like the coconut water inside. It's not something that anyone else can define for you. It's not a one-size-fits-all formula, and it's something you define for yourself. Thank you.